Hello everybody, my name is Mustapha Mohammed, currently pursuing Global Technology and Development Master's Program at Arizona State University, and I'll be presenting on Sustainable Development Goal 9, Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure. This goal focuses on building resilient infrastructure, promoting inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and fostering innovation. In simple terms, SDG 9 is about ensuring that every community, urban or rural, has access to reliable transport, technology, and industries that can create jobs without causing harm to our planet. Its vision is to make innovation and infrastructure drivers of sustainable and equal growth. Globally, this goal is very relevant because industries and infrastructure are the backbone of development. They power economies, connect people to opportunities, and support other SDGs like education, health, and energy. However, according to the Sustainable Development Goals Report 2025, as shown, progress is uneven. Manufacturing slows, research lags, and only 35% of global SDG targets are on track. And this highlights the urgent need of stronger action. Well, let's look at the targets and the indicators. To monitor progress, the United Nations created a clear set of targets and indicators for SDG 9. Here are the main ones I will highlight. Target 9.1 Infrastructure. Measure access to reliable transport and affordable infrastructure, especially for rural and remote population. And 9.2 Industrialization. Track manufacturing value added as a share of GDP and employment. Basically, whether economies are creating more goods and creating jobs. And 9.4 Sustainability. Measure CO2 emissions per unit of value added, showing whether industries are becoming more cleaner and more efficient. Target 9.5 Innovation. Track research and development spending as a percentage of GDP and the number of researchers per million people. And finally, target 9.C Digital Access. Measure how much of the population is covered by mobile networks, including 4G and 5G. Well, these indications help countries and organizations to know where progress is happening and where more effort and investment is needed. And now, let's look at the challenges of this goal. First, financing gaps. Many countries lack the stable, long-term funding needed for sustainable infrastructure. Global debt pressures have reduced investment in roads, energy systems, and digital networks as of the United Nations 2025. Second, inequality in access. Small businesses in the least developed countries still face huge barriers to credit, technology, and digital connectivity. This limits their ability to innovate and compete globally. And then third, climate change. Natural disasters and extreme weather are damaging transport and energy systems, forcing countries to rebuild rather than expanding. And that's according to UN 2025. Well, now the interlinkages with other sustainable development goals. Well, just like a web, SDG 9 is deeply connected with other goals. Our relationship clearly shown in the UN Habitat Model Interlinkages 2018. It supports SDG 7, affordable and clean energy, since industries need reliable power, and cleaner energy helps reduce industrial emissions. It strengthens SDG 8, decent work and economic growth, as manufacturing and innovation create jobs and raise incomes. It contributes to SDG 3, good health and well-being, by improving infrastructures like roads and hospitals, and by reducing pollution through cleaner technology. Again, it links with SDG 13, climate action, because sustainable industries and resilient infrastructure lower carbon emissions and protect communities. And finally, it relies on SDG 4, quality education, because research and innovation depend on education and skilled workers. However, there are also trade-offs. Rapid industrialization can harm SDG 12, responsible consumption, and SDG 15, life on land, if resources are overused or pollution rises. That's why, according to UN Habitat 2018, cleaner production and sustainable design are key. Oh, well, because of time, I'll just jump to my reflection. I personally find this goal very inspiring because it shows how technology and creativity can make development fairer and more sustainable. In many parts of the world, young people and innovators are already proving that solutions like solar power, electric mobility, and digital entrepreneurship can transform lives. However, the issue is only developed area nations are the ones getting the positive impact of this goal, while poor are not gaining. Working on this SDG reminds us that development is not just about building things, it's about building opportunities and giving access to everyone. Okay, to sum up, SDG 9 aims to create resilient infrastructure, sustainable industries, and inclusive innovation. Progress is happening, but not to everyone, and it's slowly, especially in manufacturing and research investment. Collaboration, financing, and clean technology will be essential to close the gap before 2030. So, as we think about the future, one question to consider is how can innovation in one country, one place, help others to achieve their goals? Thank you for your time and listening.